Hello. We are, guess where we're going? We're going to our race. It's Thursday, 1:23 p.m. That's a lucky number, isn't it? Like,
1, 2, 3.
What's it called when people are like numerologists or whatever? I feel like 1, 2, 3 has to be
Ask
luck.
Taylor Swift. She knows all about it.
Why don't you just call Taylor up? We're on our way to our race. We're so excited. We have to drop this off first, and then we're headed to Bend, which is like a 6-hour drive potential, but there might be traffic, so.
We're hoping we get there by dinner time, and then we can eat a dinner, and then go to bed.
But we've been carb loading like crazy, doing short little taper runs like crazy, and sleeping like crazy. Except for last night, I didn't get a great sleep, but that's okay.
I've had over a 75 sleep score for the last 2 weeks, so I feel like
amazing.
I'm ready.
I think mine have been in the 80s or something. I gotta check. Except for last night was bad. Anyways, I'm feeling nervous. I feel like once I was like arrived at work, realized it was my half day today, and we were driving this afternoon, I was like, oh, the race is here. Yeah, literally.
I feel like an imposter, so that's what I told Lauren, and I have imposter syndrome, which I also had when I thru hiked, so I just gotta show up and be like, it's fine, I belong here like everybody else.
And we all do belong there. Anyone who paid the money belongs there.
True.
I mean, hopefully you ran a couple miles beforehand too, but yeah, I'm excited. I am nervous for the heat and the downhill on my knee. But it's also really nice that it is going to be such like a fast moving race because it's downhill. I feel like that'll just help the day feel a lot faster compared to my last one.
Yeah, I'm ready to cook on this downhill because I think I'm going to be slow on the uphill in the heat. So,
and I'll be fast on the very small amount of uphill, and then I'll be so slow on the downhill.
She's not going to be slow. She'll be fine.
We'll see how my knee's feeling.
She's going to pop some pills. She'll be fine.
Yeah, actually.
The legal kind.
I've never taken Advil or any kind of painkiller during a race before, so that will be interesting because
that's crazy.
It's not great.
And no headphones ever.
Yeah,
which is
true.
Also crazy.
That's true. Not to brag, but I'm really good at being alone with my thoughts. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, the reason for that is that I like to feel how my body's feeling, and also if you take too much Advil, like it can make your stomach hurt, and obviously GI issues are a huge problem during a race anyways. But if it means
it's necessary, last resort.
Yeah, I'll start taking them if it's like too painful to run, because I won't be DNFing, of course, if it's too painful to run. Just kidding.
Not a downhill race.
Yeah, I can walk. Anyways, we're gonna get a sweet treat and finish this drive.
You already know.
So I got Lauren a present.
I'm nervous.
She doesn't need to be nervous. It's nothing bad. Okay, first of all,
I think it's gonna be a prank.
No, it's not a prank. Oh, first of all, I got you this bottle from the feed because I got 3 of them, so you can have this
How'd
one.
you get 3?
Because I got a bunch of free stuff from the feed.
Oh my gosh, cute. Thank you.
So
Please feed the animals.
Yeah, you're the animal.
That's funny.
Obviously.
It's me.
Anyways, there's something in there.
It sounds like a chapstick.
She's never gonna know. Like, never would guess this. You're gonna have to kind of like pull it out a little bit. Like, put your fingers in there, like, yank it out. I didn't want to lose it.
My animal. Oh. I thought it said my animal. Because it was like on my amulet.
That's not what it says.
And all of this for what? What is this thing?
Okay, so take it out.
I'm so excited.
This little charm, it says, and all of this for what? And it's so cute. And I have a gold one, and it goes on your watch band.
Shut up!
So I'm gonna be devastated if it doesn't fit, because I checked the sizing. But I was really debating like what to have it say, because obviously some of them were like super like positive and like whatever, and so but I needed it to be something that like made sense for us. So I put that, and then I was like, here's my little twist on it. I think like mentally it sounds negative, and all of this for what? But I feel like so many people are always like, when I'm like, oh, we're doing 50 miles, they're like, why? Like, why are you doing that? And so I think while we're out there running, you know, we're at mile like 40 and we want to cry and give up and our quads don't work anymore, we can say that, but it can be more like a positive thing and be like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just to kind of remember.
And all of this for what?
But also,
When everything went down, we'd already broken up.
we also love Sabrina, so.
We do. Oh my gosh, thank you. This is so sweet and so cute. I didn't even know these things existed.
So cute. Yeah, you can't see mine.
We're
but
so cute.
We're matching.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, can't wait to look at it all day tomorrow. Well, Saturday, but also tomorrow. Cute! Update, we are 45 minutes from Bend, and we've just spotted out the right window what seems to be a fresh fire.
Like, brand new.
We've been watching it
Big
for
flame.
like 30 minutes, and then the smoke seems to be growing. Also, you can see the like funnel, you know, which is pretty indicative of like a new fire. Hopefully it's not. Also, when I'm looking at the map, it seems to be in the general direction of Sisters Bend.
Which is where we're running.
But we are not panicking yet.
I don't want to cry. No. I would be overreacting.
She's panicking a little. I'm not panicking. We're gonna wait until tomorrow. We're gonna see what happens with the smoke. We're gonna see what happens with the fire. We're gonna learn some info from the locals, the friends she's staying with. And maybe it's a known fire, maybe it's not gonna be a problem, but just felt like we should note this.
Yeah.
For now. Real good view here. Oh, there's me. Hey. Anyways. There's the growing column of smoke. You can see the haze that's also been growing. To be fair, we've been getting closer though, so maybe it looks bigger because we've gotten closer to the fire, but it's just like before the mountains in this field, so can't they just like turn a sprinkler on or get a little airplane out here and put it out real quick? Those mountains, that's where we're running the race, so that's good. Hey, it's Friday before race day, which means race is tomorrow, which means at this time tomorrow, we'll be 3.5 hours into our race. That's crazy. But we're gonna just talk about like some of our things going into race day, mostly our strategies. So, number 1, fueling and electrolyte and hydration strategy. Do you wanna go first or want me to go first?
I feel like they're pretty similar, but
Yeah.
at least, well, the fueling part. The fueling part will be like every 30 minutes to eat. How many, like 30 carbs, roughly?
Yeah, I do calories, so I'm like,
She does calories.
I know I shouldn't. I don't want to hear it. It's just, I'll switch over at some point.
So I'll aim for like 30 to 40 carbs every 30 minutes because that's like what I've practiced. And I'm not moving at like such a fast pace that I need more than that, like more than like 60 to 70 an hour right now. And then electrolytes will be like, I have salt tabs and I also have hydration packets. So I'll probably use the hydration packets later in the day because they're like really high sodium content, like 920 milligrams of sodium. So I don't technically need that much all the time. So I'll probably start off with 2 to 3 tabs. I think is like the 250 milligrams roughly. Yeah, so like the salt stick chews and just eat 2 of those every hour. I think that's the plan. And then I eat like 100 to 150 calories of a carb every hour. I just the number's bigger on the calories, so I just look at that because the carb number's so little. And yeah, since it's gonna be so hot tomorrow, I do the salt stick. So salt, is that what they're called, salt sticks? Salt stick.
Yeah, so they're like less electrolytes than the pills that she's taking, but
No, mine are chews, not pills.
Oh, I thought you had
Same.
the 900.
Same as yours. No. I have the 900, like, Mortal Hydration is the brand. I have a 900
pills.
The packet, the like to go in my water.
Oh, they're talking about the pills that
I have, but chews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably take 2 an hour unless I can tell that that's not enough, and then I'll up it. I think for my last 50 miler, which was similar temperature, I had never really practiced, and I did like, I think I ate 2 every like 45-ish minutes, and it ended up being really good. I don't recommend trying something new on race day, but I did it and it was fine. So I'll probably use that same strategy. Because I'm a sweater, and I'm a salty sweater.
And she likes to drink a lot of liquids.
Yeah.
My last 50K, I got super dehydrated and like could barely move. And I'm just really trying not to do that again. So I ran out of water with like 5 miles until an aid station. And so my goal is to carry an extra water to have, and maybe even carry my filter because we will cross water.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't want to run out of water and become dehydrated, and so also like managing water to sodium intake. You know, like you have to have both. You can't just have sodium. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of aid stations, kind of speaking
yeah.
of, what's your aid station strategy?
Well, I'm not elite, so the whole like, you know, run through, get in, get out, have somebody douse you with water, and then keep going is probably not going to be my method of attack. I don't know if I think it'll just kind of depend on how I'm feeling. Like maybe in the beginning, just like get in, get out, like refill all of my waters, get ice. Every single aid station will have ice, and we both have ice bandanas. So to fill the ice bandanas, and you also have sleeves, right?
Yeah.
So like get ice at every aid station, refill all of my liquid, like, and then maybe grab, like, if I'm craving something specific, I usually want pickles. So if they have pickles, I will be getting pickles. And then also I paid for this race, so maybe like replenishing some of my gels and my shoes. Like Precision is sponsoring the race, and that's the shoes that I'm carrying. So thank you very much. You know, sponsor us if you want. And then like they said the aid stations will have warm food too. So depending on how I'm feeling with it being 90 degrees, maybe eat some like real food, like broth, or like they said they'll have ramen.
The ramen's gonna hit
I just feel like it's gonna be really dependent on like how I'm doing in the moment.
I think we have different things that we're excited about when it comes to the aid stations. She's really excited about the bacon
And pickles.
That sounds disgusting to me. I'm so excited for the soup, the broth, like all of that stuff. I love, like, give me something savory. Not that bacon's not, but thinking of eating meat when I'm like 40 miles into a race, I'm like,
I could never say
throw
no
up.
to bacon. I think that's the problem.
yeah, I can.
Maybe I will throw up. I don't know.
I did one race where it was actually my first ultra, and one of the aid stations, they had like burgers, brats, hot dogs, and like a full bar. I think I was telling you about this the other day.
Yeah.
Was I? Anyways, they had like tons of alcohol, and I was like, what is happening here? It was on Catalina Island, so if you're interested in that,
I
then
said that's
sign up
why,
for that
because it's on
race.
Catalina and everyone's like partying.
Yeah.
What is your aid station strategy?
I get in, get out. I'm elite, and I win. I'm just kidding. But I do get in, get out. I don't sit down. Nothing wrong with it if you do, but like,
Except for
I've once sat in a chair, and that thing, a chair at an aid station's a black hole. Don't do it. Yeah. I
Unless
get in,
you're
get out.
running like 100 or 200 miles,
Maybe.
then I get it.
I don't really eat aid station food. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but when I look at it in the moment, I'm like, that looks disgusting. I'm gonna try to more just because like we did pay for the race and the fuel is expensive, so it might be nice to, you know, use the free stuff, but I'm just never like appetite wise wanting it. Yeah, and then cooling my sleeves. I got the sleeves to cool this like vein that's supposed to be really good, and then yeah, I have an ice bandana that I sewed myself in the car yesterday, and so
I bought one.
we're hoping that it works. I think it will.
What about like if they have like oranges or watermelon or like something like that? Would you eat that? Like, does that sound refreshing?
I have eaten orange slices, but like maybe watermelon. Orange slices, the work you put in versus what you get out of it, it's not worth it. But yeah, I would eat watermelon if they had that. Popsicles, like I'll definitely have popsicles when they have those at aid stations. But more if I'm at an aid station for the food, like it's like the soup or something. I don't know why, that's just what I do, especially when it gets to nighttime. Cooling strategy, we talked about it a little bit. But yeah, I have ice sleeves, we both have ice bandanas, and they gave a list for the 100 mile, but we can pick out the half that's ours of like streams you cross to cool off.
They were like,
and then dipping my hat in the water.
Get it in the water, soak yourself. Like, well, they're pretty adamant about like get wet if you are trying to manage your heat. So,
which for me is mentally tough because I'm a chafy girl, and like I just know the day after an ultra, I wake up and the chafe is like, or like when you get to back home at the end of the race and you get in the shower for the first time, you know what I'm talking about. Like it hurts. And so I feel like I'm just gonna have to like forget that in the moment. Just like get in the water, stay wet to keep myself cool. But
I'm definitely gonna chafe. But I brought like Aquaphor and I have
body lag because like I already know, like I chafe on my front, my back.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is
Underwear
I don't do
line,
anything in the moment for chafing, and I never have. So
my goal is to control all of that as much as I can. So
yeah,
it makes you miserable.
Last thing is our race goals. What are your race goals, Samantha?
Okay, ABC. I think if I remember, A is 12 hours. B was the 50K goal, but I think we never solidified like what it was, because that's 8-4 mile 35 and the time cutoff is 11 hours. If I don't make it there by 11 hours, something went wrong. So I feel like maybe 8 hours? I don't even know. C is, I'll think about that. C is to finish the race, I guess. Like, ultimately, like, that is, I want to finish, so.
Yeah, I think similar. I think my A goal is also 12 hours. I think
We're hoping to cross at the same time. Or, like, really close to each other.
yeah, at the same time would be so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'd be great, too.
Yeah, similar, like, B goal. I think B goal is going to be 50K. I was thinking about doing an 18-mile B goal because I had that for my first 50K, and I feel like that 18-mile mark was just like a nice. Wait,
It's
no,
like the top
was it
of the
20? I can't remember, but it was 4 hours, and maybe you should make that my goal again. Anyways, B goal I think will be similar, 50K,
Or even, like,
in 8 hours feels good. My last race, my 50K goal was by sunset, and I seriously did not even get close to that. So
we will definitely be there by sunset. So, like, that
Yeah.
we realized that
Well,
was
that was,
not
like,
a good enough goal.
by that time I had climbed like 14,000 of the 16,000 feet, so you know I wasn't shocked that I didn't meet my goal, but I need a goal that I don't think I'm gonna accomplish, and that's the one that I haven't solidified yet.
Maybe, like, a 25-mile goal instead.
25 miles in 6 hours. Does that sound scary?
No. 25 miles in 6. Oh, well, actually,
Kind
no,
of.
I think that's okay for us.
I'm gonna do 18 miles in 4 hours. That feels like a good scary goal. Really, my C goal is just to finish. I'm worried about my knee, let's be honest here. So I'm like a little worried about even like finishing because she's not feeling amazing.
She'll be able to walk it in and still finish in time.
I think so.
She'll finish.
I hope so. But yeah, my friend yesterday on the phone was like, what are you willing to do to finish the race if your knee is hurting? Like, are you willing to just like blow it up? This is the goal of the summer. Like, fuck what happens after. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Our channel's not made for children.
My parents might watch it. Sorry, Mom. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
You said.
And I don't think that's the case. Like, this is not my huge goal of the summer. I mean, it is, but I'm not willing to like risk major injury for this race. So
We
see
have
how it
other
goes.
things we're doing. At least 2, 3, probably 3 more big
Yeah.
things.
Teaser, we have a swim run coming up. I have a 50K in October, and we have rim to rim with each other and potentially my good friend that was on the Sierra High Run with me. He's a good time. Okay, that's it. We have, what do we have for us today? We need to pack our bags. We're gonna do that right now. We have bid pickup, which is really the most exciting
So
time. I
exciting.
can't
I
wait to
can't wait.
spend a bunch of money.
I'm so anxious.
and we
And
need to go on our
that's-
10-minute run, and then yeah, race days tomorrow.
Hooray! See
Hooray!
you there.
Hello, us and our crew are here. We're on a run club doing our little 10-minute shakeout run before the race. And I feel like I'm going in circles. I don't know why I'm leading. I feel lost, but Sam went on a swim, so she's happy.
I think that way too.
There's not an expo, so we didn't spend as much money as I thought we would.
Basically,
We're spending money.
So here's the latest update on the smoke. It's raining ash here. It's crazy.
Picks me up and shook me like a dog.
It's definitely hazy in Sisters. Look at it. Wow, beautiful. This is our pre-race carb loading.
Health and wellness.
I'll burn
bib pickup, and unfortunate news is that the town of Sisters, the smoke was crazy. Like, raining ash, really thick, couldn't really see much. So there's that. But they're going to give us an update tonight and then one in the morning of if the race is still happening. I think the bigger concern is that the evacuation zone is getting close to Sisters.
Yeah, the smoke on the race, they said, isn't even bad. Like, it's not a concern, except for, like, right at the end. So...
Yeah, because it, like, sits in, like, it's not really a valley. It's just, like, sits below the mountains.
But yeah, let's show you what we got.
Oh, we got all the same stuff because there wasn't, like, an expo.
It wasn't on purpose.
So it's not like there was much to shop from.
Okay.
What are we starting with?
Firstly, bibs. I really like, they have, it's the Cascade 100, but everything for the 50 milers is like specific for 50 milers. So it like says 50, which is really cool. Because I don't want to walk around with a bunch of stuff that says Cascade 100 because I'm a liar. I didn't do the 100.
That's true. I feel like on some of my other races, I walk around with stuff that just says the bigger race than what I've done. But nobody...
Yeah. I just like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I agree. It feels more like personalized. Also, oh yeah, stickers. Oh, you got 2 stickers.
Yeah.
Cute.
The Alpine running and then...
The 50. I do love that the sticker is the 50. Yeah. That's cute. And then we got these tattoos.
We paid for these. But
they're for the 100. And that is not what our... I thought that the 50 and the 100 joined at the 50 mile mark and then we followed each other. So I was like, oh, it doesn't even matter. We'll just like chop it here and that's our course. Wrong. So this isn't very helpful, but
it's only the 33 mile mark for them.
I was really excited to like put it on my leg so I could look at the elevation.
It's a lot. So souvenir.
Feedback for anyone in the world who has anything to do with races. I've had some races where they'll put the elevation profile upside down at the bottom of the bib so you can pick it up and look at it throughout the day. We need to start doing that in every race.
We also have several forms of maps, so she's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just nice. I like it on the bib. Also, it's fun post-race when you're like looking at all your bibs and the elevation profiles there. Okay, next, this
t-shirt.
This came with the...
We paid for
this. We paid upon
the 50
checkout.
didn't come with anything.
Which means it was free yesterday.
Yeah, girl
also,
math.
it's a 50. Also, it's a cute color.
Yeah.
Then
they had sweatshirts, and that's actually what I paid for, so this was extra. But the sweatshirts were like bright green.
Emerald City green.
Not really a color I wear. Yeah. But they had last year's. So nasty.
So we got those. And they were on sale.
They're so cute.
Really cute. And like extremely soft. Very nice. They have that like
put this on later.
Soft inside. I love it.
Yay.
And then last thing, they had a Keen booth outside. Honestly, the Keens that they were selling, I was buying. I mean, I didn't actually purchase, but like they were really comfy, very soft.
We got these cute little bags. This is their thing. Like happiness on dimes is their thing, and like basically that describes me. And, you know,
I do like it.
It's great,
and I just really like this flower. So
yeah,
that's our. There's something else.
All right,
that's our haul.
See you in the morning.
Bye. I made my electrolytes. We're having morning electrolytes to front loads. It's gonna be a hot one. I can't decide if I want coffee because I'm already feeling anxious enough, but I'm feeling mentally sleepy. How did we sleep last night? Thanks for asking. I slept pretty well. My watch tracked like 8.5 hours, but I woke up at like 5:30 and was just like, oh my gosh, is it time? Because I didn't set an alarm or anything. And obviously it was not. So I tried to go back to sleep and I kind of did until 6:30, and then I've just been up since 6:30 and it's like 7:30 now, or 8, or can't be 8. We have to leave it.
No, I'm charging my watch. 7:50. It's almost 8.
Oh wait, Thursday at 10, not 9. Everyone's down. It's like we gotta go. We're late.
That'd be crazy. Yes, not sponsored. I am gonna have some coffee now to get things moving, if you know what I mean. Can I have that spoon?
Yeah. What flavor do you have?
The same. Oh no.
You have
fruit punch.
My favorite. If Scratch Labs is watching, I need you to make a Scratch Cafe in Seattle. Is the quality perfect? Just say.
I didn't even know that.
Constantly and tell them.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Also, we have cardamom syrup for the coffee, which is my favorite in the whole wide world. I'm obsessed. If you ask me what my favorite spice was, it's cardamom.
I don't think I have a favorite spice.
Weird, I know.
Does red pepper flakes count as a spice?
No. Probably.
Are you making that face at your drink?
No, your red pepper flakes.
Heart's beating out of my chest. P.S. Got an email from the race people and they said, race is a go. AQI has improved. What's the AQI say on that thing? Oh, it's like asleep right now.
64.
Oh, it's improved by 100.
What about sisters? Cardamom syrup. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this open. I'm weak in the morning.
Let me do it. Okay. I'm strong. There's no way if she can't get it the bag. Oh, it's like
It's like this.
oh,
Good.
movement.
Way to go. I loosened it.
Strong.
We are jacked, you know.
We were told once that we were jacked.
How much is too much?
I've never. I would say that's probably good, right? They're kind of thick.
It's a little sweet.
I don't want to try them.
Okay, morning of race fuel is a breakfast sandwich from Sparrow. If you know, you know. Best bakery ever. And free feet. Oh, okay, gross. Ocean rolls. Yes.
So we have. I'm at mile 8. I think Sam's not too far behind me, but I wish she was here because I just caught a glimpse of a volcano and I want to know what it is, and Sam knows all of that info. State of the Union, feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm finally warmed up. I'm in it. I'm running some of the uphills. Not right now because I'm eating and talking, but I'm feeling good. Feeling like so much faster than a normal race. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm already 8 miles in because I'm not hiking up and down mountains the whole time. I also, like, if I finish this race, when I finish this race, I'm no longer allowed to say that I'm not a runner. I'm just a power hiker because this is like a true runner's race. Views. Are those the sisters? I'll never know.
Nice job.
Just left aid. Station number 1. Sam's husband was there. Sam's coming. We won't see him again for 25 miles. Everybody kept being like, okay, bye, see you in a marathon. I was like, big oof.
Aid 1, 10.8 miles done. Time for climbing. Lauren's just ahead. Here we go.
I want a popsicle. Mile 14 and I'm bringing out the big guns. Just hit 15 miles, which means a 50K to go, and I can do a 50K. I think I'm about a mile from the aid station, which is good because I don't have water. It'll be like mile 17-ish. This climb is hard. It's hot. South facing. Mentally I'm okay, but my body isn't doing so great. I'm having some issues with a muscle or nerve in the back of my back glute and having a hard time eating, so feeling a little nauseous, but I'm doing okay. Just about 20 miles. Got in and out of the aid station pretty quick. Drank a lot of water, carrying a full 1.5 liters for the next 7 miles, and had a little snack, had some Coke, had some electrolytes. Yeah, hope there's the 20-mile mark. My hamstrings are definitely tight from being behind. Oh, I forgot to get ice. Whatever. From being behind on water. Horn is long gone. We're at like mile 18. Whoa. And the smoke is bad right now. It smells really bad. It's really strong. You can see it's like a lot thicker, which is really impacting me. And like even walking, my RPE is so high. So I'm just probably not gonna hit my ankle, but that's okay. Finished the climb and dropped down to the other side, and I don't know if it's because of that or if the wind changed direction, but if it's all of a sudden really smoky and hazy. So that doesn't bode well. We're only 23 miles in. I'm really hoping that I can move faster on the downhill because I just told me my estimated finish time was 15 hours. But I'm at mile 20 and it's been 6 hours. And basically the rest of the race is downhill. So if I don't cut some time off, I'm gonna be disappointed. I am fighting some issues. Oh, that is not what I want. I think a muscle is compressing on a nerve that's running down my back into my glute still, and I can't figure out what to do about it. Anyway, it's kind of crippling. So I'm gonna see how much I can run downhill and hope for the best. We still have 30 miles to go. So I can manage some downhill. It's so smoky. A new set of challenges to deal with because I already have a headache from the smoke. I can feel it in my lungs, like even just going downhill at a really chill pace. Like I'm literally going like 13 minutes. I'm like kind of out of breath. So that's amazing. How exciting. I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna let us continue on. Maybe this is just a patch and we'll get through it and it won't be that bad later, but this is pretty rough over here. If you're watching this video with the lens of like potentially doing this race or scouting for the race next year, this is a lot of what the course is like. Kind of sandy, but very chill grade, runnable, non-techie. Guess what? I'm halfway. I'm so excited. I'm feeling pretty good right now, like legs wise. 28 just left an aid station, and it sounds like a lot of people are either dropping or contemplating dropping there because of the smoke. The volunteer said the smoke only gets worse from here, so that's great because it's already affecting me a lot. But I'm continuing on. It's 10 miles till 50K, so I'd love to complete an ultra today. I'm definitely not dropping out here. Enjoy the views, they said. What views? Just smoke and haze. Having this internal debate right now. I think everyone's having it. And I do have 8 miles to like come to a decision, but I'm just like trying not to run too hard so I don't tax my lungs. I know that I could just walk this whole race in, I'm pretty sure, and be cut off, but also like it's not what I came here to do. And I'm also just like, am I just endangering my health, putting myself in a bad position by continuing and being here? Oh, that's creepy. So I don't know. Some people are running in like N95 masks. I did not have the foresight to bring one, but I have a while to make the decision. I just am like, I don't know. I do also feel like it's on the race directors. Like, the AQI is pretty bad. I feel like they should pull us, but maybe I'm just not wanting to make a decision and hoping someone else will make it for me, and that's why I think that. We're 8 hours in, and officially at the point where 100 milers are passing me. But they're like the top 10, so. Also this is tough mentally. Update. We're 30 miles in of a hill. I'm okay. I was gonna say stuff, but I gotta climb this hill. It's been like 8.5 hours. I don't know if that's right. Yeah. And I finally have to pee. I swear I'm drinking fluids. Look at that. You know all of this for what? Tell me who I am. This would be a 10 out of 10 view if the smoke wasn't there. So, just having a moment, because the smoke is really bad. And it's making everything really hard. And everyone's dropping. Not that I have to do what everyone does, but like, I already have asthma. But I just keep picturing myself at the finish line. So I don't know. Okay, the other update. So, 0 to 10, felt fine. Kind of like a warm-up. Was moving pretty well. 10 to 25, I was fighting for my life. I ran out of water. It was the hill climb, exposed. That sucked. And then 25 to 35 has been okay, except for the smoke and then debating dropping. So yeah, let's just make it to 8. Oh, and I get a new blister between every aid station, and my feet are shredded. They hurt pretty bad. So I'm gonna tape them up and then we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm at mile 36. I'm like a mile or so from the next aid, and we have service up here. So I looked at the AQI, it's 500. Map. Oh my gosh, good stuff. That does sway my decision a lot. Also, I texted Sam. She's like a mile or 2 behind. So I may wait for her at the aid station to decide officially what to do. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like putting my lungs through hell when it's maybe not worth it. I don't want to DNF at all, but like, am I being stupid by not? I don't know. I'm mile 37, probably like a mile from the aid. Not to brag, but I'm putting down an 11-minute mile, and yet I might DNF. I think the aid is right where those trees start. It is beautiful. Apparently, Sam talked to the photographer. It was like, she can only be like 1.5 miles behind me if she's at the photographer, but that girl said they might call the race, as they should. Don't make me make this decision for myself.
You got it.
They called the race at mile 35, and we finally got back together. I guess I have to stop my watch. Yeah, we realized we were like 1.5 miles from each other, so when I got here I just like sat and ate, and then Sam came in, and then we were pretty much ready to go at the same time. And then as we were walking out, they were like, hey, sorry, we actually just called it because the fire's like so close to Sisters.
Sisters, I think, is finally in an evacuation. So they like literally no one is allowed to finish. So everyone that's out on course past us is gonna get called back also. And
At least our crew is here, and they let me pet their dog. I
yeah, it's this sucks. This really sucks.
yeah.
We're back home with no medals
Nothing to show for our journey
and a DNF on our ultra sign-up.
except for a little bit of a sunburn and lungs that are like seriously unwell.
Yeah, it's like we smoked 3 packs today. Don't let her fool you. She's depressed.
No, like I've been crying. I just said, I can't wait to get in bed and just immediately start crying myself to
Were we
sleep.
cute in our headbands though? We were gonna run through the night together.
We hadn't run together since I stopped to pee at mile 3. And then we saw each other at an aid station, and then we didn't see each other again. And I was so excited. I waited for at the aid station. I was like, we're gonna run together. I need this mental boost.
It was great.
And then
now... Also, shout out to our crew
they were amazing.
because they literally did everything for us at that aid station, and it was so nice. We got out there and then walked 10 feet, and they said, nope.
Turns out I should do more races in the US because it was so fun to have a crew.
Okay, well,
Time to cry. Hey. It's Sunday, the day after our race, and as you saw, we did not complete the race, but not of our own choice.
Obviously, you saw, like, we were running until mile 35. We departed from each other at mile 10. Well, a little before that, and then saw each other at mile 10. And then I was, like, not moving very well up the hill. And so she kind of, like, went.
Yeah, and then we had the big climb. I was feeling pretty good through the big climb, but I ran out of water, and so I kind of my legs started cramping, and I started to be behind on electrolytes because I didn't have water to drink, and that really slowed me down. And then I got to the aid station towards the top of the climb, chugged a bunch of water, was doing way better, was moving well after that. But at the top of the climb, once we came up and over the valley, that's when the smoke hit. Like, it was all just like sitting on the other side of the climb, and it was pretty bad. As we came into the mile 25 aid station, we were not together, but both of us had a similar experience of like everyone was dropping at mile 25.
Everyone was leaving, and everyone was like, yeah, I'm done, like, happy to be leaving. And it had never even crossed my mind to drop because I was feeling fine. Like, yeah, there was a lot of smoke. AQI was really high, but I was like, I'm gonna keep going. Like, I feel great. I mean, great, but like, I feel fine. Like, I feel good. Like, I'm moving. I'm still running, and it's like I'm 25 miles in. We hit the halfway point. It was exciting. And then, like,
I was fighting for my life, probably from like mile 10 to 20. It was like having a harder time, but then I started to feel good again and was able to run a lot from after the second or third aid station. And then I realized I was only like a mile behind her.
Yeah. Well, before we realized that, you're leaving the mile 25 aid station. Now you have like half the people around you because everybody's dropped. And that is when the smoke got really bad for me. Like, anytime I tried to run uphill, I would have like a coughing attack because you just like couldn't get anything into your lungs. And I could run the downhill, that was fine, and keep my heart rate low, keep my breathing low, but it was the uphill little bits that were like killing my lungs, and I still can't take like a full breath. But I was just like coughing a lot. Everyone was moving slow. I could see one guy in front of me, one guy behind me, and I would kind of just like look at them every once in a while and see what was up. And everyone was walking the uphill because like
everyone was walking
the smoke,
everything. Like where I was at mile 25 to 35, like I passed like 10 people. Like everyone was just like walking.
I think that's when you really made ground on me because I didn't pass anyone during that time.
I was catching up to her because I was like moving really well.
And I was moving slow, and anyone I passed, I would stop and talk and be like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And everyone was like, we're dropping, except for one other guy who had asthma, but he had an N95 mask. So he was like pretty prepared for the smoke.
I didn't inhaler. I only used it. I used it earlier in the day though. I think I just like maybe, like I felt the smoke, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm more used to like that feeling of like not feeling like you're getting air because I have asthma. So I was like, yeah, this sucks, and I can like, it like burns going down because of the actual smoke, you know, inhalation. But like, I mean, I wasn't running up hills. So I was running down hills, but I was like moving pretty well. So I was like, okay. And then, we were texting each other. We had service.
Yeah, that was the first time I had turned on my phone the entire race because this other guy was on the phone with his crew. And I was like, oh, is there service up here? And so I was like, let me see where she is, because I was a little worried that she maybe didn't make the cutoff at the last aid station just because I hadn't seen her in so long. I was like, who knows where she is? Yeah. And then I saw that she had, and she was past that aid station. I was like, oh, she must only be like 2 or 3 miles behind me. And then as I was walking with this guy, I think she was like running, catching up behind. And so by then she was only like 1.5 miles or 2 miles behind because she came into the aid station only like 30 minutes after me. Oh, anyways, we're not there yet. We get down. We're dropping to the aid station. I'm moving well. Those were the cruisiest, easiest, most pleasant miles running wise of the whole thing. Like, I was like between 10 and 11 minute miles. My legs were feeling good. My stomach was feeling good. I was feeling hungry, which is always a good sign when you're that far in. My breathing was fine because we were dropping at that point. There was nothing like to up your breathing. And I came into the aid station knowing so on the ridgeline when we had service, me and the guy I was running with pulled up on his phone the smoke map. And we were right in the center of an AQI 500 like zone. And I was like, oh, they're going to call the race. Like, it's so unsafe on them liability wise to continue the race. And so that's when I realized, like, I don't need to make this decision for myself. They're about to make it for us. And that's when I was like, oh, I don't want to stop.
Sad, yeah.
Like, I was like on the fence before that, like, should I stop? This feels unsafe. Am I being stupid by continuing to run, putting my lungs in danger? Everyone else is dropping. So am I doing that thing where mind is on the goal and I can't give that goal up and I put myself at risk because I want to finish the goal? And I was really on the fence. And then once I saw that, I was like, they're going to call it. And that's when I started crying. And I was like, I want to finish this race.
Yeah.
I feel good. I know I can do it. I had decided to wait at that aid station for Sam because she was so close. I was like, we'll head out into the night together. That'll be like a huge mental boost. Morale, thank you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to finish this. And then I was like, then we can finish together, which would be so fun.
Yeah. And I was moving at like a 12-minute pace, which is fine. And
for 35 miles in,
yeah, I was like really, I was feeling really like impressed with the fact that I was like running and like not shuffling. Like I was like, I'm moving faster, like 3 minutes faster than I thought it would be. Like I thought it'd be like at a 15, like kind of shuffling along, but I was like, no, like I'm actually like jogging. And then we passed the photographer, and
she was like, AQI is 500. I think they're going to call the race. And I was like, what the heck? I want to keep going. And the girl in front of me was like, oh, I'm dropping at this next one. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, it's my first one. She's like, yeah, me too. Like, but this isn't worth it. And I was like, oh, like I just like don't care, I guess. I mean, like, so many people texted me and were like, I'm so glad you're safe. Your safety and health is the most important thing. And I was like, is it? No. Like, I just, maybe that's a bad way to think of it and I don't recommend. But
if it's your A goal, I think it's a very normal mindset to be like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I don't care if I have a broken leg at the end. This is my A goal, so I'm going to do it.
yeah.
But I think an important note is that at the 35-mile aid station, our crew was there.
Yeah.
So they drove in, they brought us
Vibes were high.
snacks. Vibes were high.
We came in like running, smiling, like, let's keep going. We like drank Coke, we ate, we changed
I laid down for like
socks.
30 minutes.
Like,
It was
really nice.
And then we were like, okay, we're doing this.
Let's go.
We started getting our stuff together. I felt so good from laying down for so long, eating cake and chugging Coke. And I feel like the cramps. Yeah.
It's okay.
But still.
I was behind.
my leg cramps were feeling good. Like, I was like revived as we were walking out together of the aid, and I was like, I'm so excited.
Like, we were literally leaving the aid station. We were like, it was like dark. It was like 8:30. It was dark. And we're like heading out the road, and like this girl comes.
But the first girl, a crew member from someone else, was like, oh, are you guys heading out right now? We were like, yeah, we're gonna go. And she was like, they just like called the race.
We were like,
and we were like,
okay.
We kind of paused, and we were like, after she walked away, we were like, we're just going, right? She was like some person's crew. Who are you? You know? And then as we start to walk out, we like find the road. We're starting to turn, and this aid station volunteer runs up behind us and was like, no, you guys can't go. And the way she framed it was like, all the volunteers are leaving, the next aid station, everyone's packing up. I felt like it was insinuated that the finish,
the race was canceled.
Yeah, like the finish line was going to be picked up as well. Potentially sisters with an evacuation. That is the vibe that we were given. So we kind of debated for a second, like, should we just go? And I was like, I don't know.
Let's just run.
And I was like, they're gonna chase us down,
Which
they would
probably
have. But
so we stood around for a long time, crying, being like, do we go? Do we not? Do we go? Do we not? Even though they basically were like, no, you don't go. But we're like, we don't need aid. Like, we have enough. If we're like run out of water, whatever.
from the time
Again, don't recommend.
I arrived at the aid station until this moment, my phone tracked like an hour. It was an hour of resting at the aid station, and then I was like
trying to
trying to figure out what happened, and then like delay the final official decision to like stopping the watch. That's like the official, you know. That's like
I was like, did you stop your watch? She's like, I did, but I didn't want to because that makes it over. And I was like,
it started to auto save, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it auto save. We were crying. We were so sad.
It was tough, and everyone was kind of like standing around. I think nobody was devastated except for us. People were like, oh yeah, because everyone was dropping. We were like, let's go. And then there was a couple 100-milers who had just left like right before us. They all got called back too. And it was kind of like, we're like, this isn't really happening.
The like 4th, 5th, 6th place 100-milers. They were like potentially could have overtaken people and like placed. And they got called back. Which is why I think we would have been called back.
But then there are people who finished later than our anticipated finish time, and they stayed out. We went down to the finish line, which was a mistake because that was sad. And they were like, nobody knew that the race had been called. Like, nobody at the finish line, none of the volunteers, like the obviously the people who were running the race that were there knew because they're the ones who made the call. But the volunteers didn't know. Everyone was like, oh, like nobody had any idea.
Crew didn't know. Here's the thing, not to shit on the company that ran this race, that organized this race, but it felt like there was no communication. They just kind of willy-nilly decided who was going to be pulled off course and who wasn't. And it felt like, and still feels a little bit like, they were prioritizing the winners of the race over the slow people whose race doesn't matter as much, because the 100-mile finishers finished at 3 a.m. There's no way.
We would have been done closer to midnight.
Yeah. And they were still at the finish line until 3 a.m. letting 100-milers finish. But we easily would have finished, so even if we had walked the whole thing, we would have finished in 4 hours. Like,
Yeah. We only had 15 miles left.
yeah,
And
downhill.
we would have passed people for sure because we were moving so well and people weren't. And the last 50-mile finisher that they let finished in 15 hours, and it wouldn't have taken us that long. And so we were just like, if we had just, there's a lot of what ifs that are going through our head, which is like really hard because it's not helping. But it's like hard not to think of like, if we had just gone, would they have let us? But we really think that we would have got called back unless we had been like so much further, like so much closer to the other aid station. And, you know, it's just like, we don't know. We're not going to know. It just sucks like that they were out there. They thought Sisters was going to get evac'd. They didn't ever get evac'd. They still aren't in an evacuation. So that never happened. Obviously AQI was like over 200 in like Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
For like hours. And then where we were, it was like super high. The fire grew to 22,000 acres.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
They
It was
still
at
haven't
3,000 the day before.
Yeah. They
It's
still haven't
0%
evacuated
contained.
Sisters today,
No.
which is also frustrating because we're like, okay, we could have just finished. We could have finished this unsupported and just gone. But
It would have
I'm
been fine.
I'm such a rule follower that I was like nervous too, and we thought that Sisters was getting evacuated, so we were like, what are we gonna do? Show up to the finish line and Sisters is on fire? Like,
Communication
that's
was
dumb.
like low. It was just volunteers. I do think there's liability stuff that they were thinking about because one of the guys said that like medics were like all over the course and they didn't have any medics left, and they were like trying to get all these people who were like down and out in the middle of the wilderness.
It was unsafe
It was rough.
conditions, like in terms of air quality. Like when I was saying this to them yesterday, when I worked at Stevens Pass Bike Park, if the AQI was over like 150 or 200, legally Vail Resorts had to like close down. And so I do think the race should have been called way earlier.
Yeah.
It's just the lack of communication and the lack of consistency across the board of who they pulled off course that leaves us really frustrated of like, okay,
Why didn't we
why
get to
didn't
finish?
we just get to finish?
When we came into the aid station, she was 100 and I was 103, and they let 86 people finish.
And we would have passed some of those. I think we would have finished in the 70s, maybe 80s. But like if everyone had stayed on course, I think we would have finished in the 80s.
And there was 190 people in the 50 miler.
Yeah.
So
We would have been upper mid-pack. Anyways, I think like also the moral of the story is like, we know as people who are experienced in the outdoors that you go into any large adventure, whether it's self-supported or not, knowing that a fire can
Mother
break
Nature
out,
wins every
Yeah.
time.
or your gut's not feeling good about what's happening.
Yeah.
Like I think everybody's turned around on the hike because in their gut they're like, something's not safe here, or there's a lot of snow and those conditions are unsafe. Like we know going into these things that that's just part of doing the sport that we love, is that there's things out of our control. But there's always like what ifs, and there's always like, could we have done something better to get the outcome that we wanted, or maybe we could have been a little riskier with our decisions, and we'll never know. Like something horrible could have happened to us if we had kept going.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it was the night.
maybe
We had
there was
no
a
medical
reason.
staff available, really.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think
So, yeah.
I think once we have more time to sit with it, we will be proud of what we accomplished. We ran an ultra distance. We ran 36 miles. I think that's really great. We were moving so well, both of us separately. Like coming into that last aid station, we were like, we both overcame pretty low lows. Like I was out of water, cramping, so dehydrated, and I came back from that, and I'm really proud of myself for that.
I was having some intestinal issues and obviously some like lung issues, and was able to like get enough nutrition and electrolytes to keep going and then feel good.
Yeah.
Mentally we were
both separately
Great.
doing amazing, like very happy. I was feeling so grateful all day to just like be out there.
I was like picturing myself at the finish line. Like I could picture myself on the track. Like I kept just like seeing the image. So it's like, that is great and like hard, but good, you know?
I think we learned some good like mental tactics again
It
throughout
wasn't
the
the
day.
most exciting course.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Views were pretty low, and I'm proud of myself for how positive I stayed the whole day. Even as I was trying to decide whether or not to DNF because of the air quality, I was pretty positive throughout it, and yeah, I'm proud of us. I think we trained really well. I think, as always, I was overtrained for the race, but I prefer to come in overtrained, and I think that helps because both of us were running 36 miles in, like, whereas when you get to that point, a lot of people walk because they're not worried about cutoffs anymore. We're both running and feeling good, and I'm proud of us for that.
Yeah, I'm proud of us for what we did. And for getting here in 3 months.
Yeah, true. Don't recommend that, but we did do
So,
it.
what's next? You'll just have to stay tuned to find out.
Swim, run.
Okay, see you then.
Bye.
Last.
Like sweat is dripping down my arm.
Yeah. What is happening? Oh.